Yeah, so we get a lot of questions at NC Planning with business owner clients about how do I organize my business for tax efficiency purposes and for liability protection. And the answer really there is to work with your team of advisors, work with your legal team, work with your financial team, CPA, bookkeeper, accounting, financial advisory team, and make sure all those channels are talking to each other. Because there's a lot to be taken into account, and different channels have different perspectives. For instance, your legal team may have one perspective that is slightly different from your accounting team. And so it's really important to work as the CEO of the company, bring those advisors together, and make sure those channels are talking to each other to plan for your company's success. One of the things that we talk to business owners about most frequently when they're starting a company, whether it's for the first time or for the 10th time, is making sure that now that you have a new limited liability company or a new S corporation, that you are treating that company like a completely separate entity. Your company will have its own entity identification number that is filed with the federal government, and that entity identification number and new entity status will allow you to open, for instance, bank accounts for your new company. You want to make sure that the company money is completely separate from your personal money. So you don't pay your mortgage out of your company checking account, and you don't pay for your company expense out of your personal account. Company expenses are paid for by the company, personal expenses paid for by the person. Keeping those separate lives of the individual from the business will help keep you compliant and keep your business's limited liability shield intact. When looking at the question of how do we make the business as tax efficient and financially efficient as possible, there are a lot of considerations that come into play, including the industry you're in, the type of work you do, the type of assets your business acquires, type of employees you have. And so it's really critical to work with your legal team as well as your financial team to make sure that all the boxes are checked. You understand what the business is, how it operates, what the company's goals and objectives are, so that you can create a corporate structure that will work with your accounting and tax strategy. So you own a business, and now you're thinking about owning the real estate as well. Well, who should own the real estate? Should you put it in your personal name? Should you put it in your business's name? Oftentimes we have this discussion with clients, and the solution most frequently is to create an entirely new company that's called a real estate holding company that will hold the ownership title to the real estate and then serve as the landlord to lease the real estate to your business. This is not really a DIY project. You need a team of advisors who can support you and guide you through the process, and NC Planning can help.